Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about who the Indiana Fever is going to protect in the upcoming expansion draft in the WNBA. So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. So, Rob, apparently it was a mistake, but not sure. But they put out a post, the Indiana Fever. It was cartoonish character with a picture of the coach and then 6 people around it. And in fact, in the post, it said, new era, new energy, already making plans for next season. And those are the 6 players they showed that people think they're going to protect from the draft. And the 6 players were rather obvious: Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Melissa Smith, Lexi Hall, and Temi Figbenley. And some people agreed with it, and other people do not. Some people think they should keep Grace Berger instead of, say, Melissa Smith, or also for Temi Figbenley. What do you think, Rob?
Oh, I said I agree with the part, maybe not with Smith. Keeping Berger would be a good idea, but maybe Smith should be on that list of not being protected.
All right. I actually agree with the 6, but I'll tell you why. I think that Melissa Smith has trade value, and they can't just not protect her and just lose someone who was like the number 2 pick in the whole draft a couple years ago. I think even though she didn't play well with the Fever this year, I think people see her as a talent, and I think she has some value for that reason. And it's unfortunate, but I'm not even sure someone's going to take Grace Berger. She hasn't really had much of an opportunity to demonstrate how good she is. So I don't even know how good she is. So I'm not sure she's going to be taken by the expansion team because they don't really know how good she is either. So it seems a bit of a stretch to me, but it could happen. They could take her. She only played 9.3 minutes per game last year. Most of it was garbage time and only averaged like 2.8 points. And, like I said, she didn't get a chance to prove anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not her fault. It's a coaching fault. I mean, to prove herself. She's obviously a proven basketball player. There's no doubt about that. So, I mean, if I was expansion, I would definitely take a chance on her.
Well, they might if they don't protect her. But I think Temi plays well with Caitlin Clark, although she's injury prone and she's 32. So you can make the argument they should not protect her and they should protect Grace Berger. I think you can make an argument for all 3 to protect or not to protect. I think it's between Smith, Temi Figbenley, and also Grace Berger. I don't think anybody else is in the conversation. Erica Wheeler's not going to be protected. They pay her too much money, and they don't really need her as a backup point guard if they have Grace Berger. So I don't think they're going to. And I don't think Katie Lou Samuelson played well enough to protect her. And Damaris Stanters is too slow to be what they want to do on offense in terms of playing fast pace. Christy Wallace didn't play well at the end of the year. Erica Wheeler I talked about, and Celeste Taylor they waived, and Victoria Saxon they never played either. So the draft is only 10 days away, Rob. So it's December 6th. So they don't have much time to decide this. But it will be interesting to see what 6 they protect. And because they're going to lose somebody. Everyone loses somebody. So it's a question of who. So I don't know what to say. I think they got a tough choice, Rob.
With Temi, I think that, if they are planning to get Sabalia from Dallas, she might be definitely out of there because there's a big person they would be getting.
Well, I think they still need her because I think if they get Sabalia, I think they're going to trade Melissa Smith because they play the same position. So then they could have Temi come off the bench to be the 6th person off the bench and back up forward for anybody because she can play pretty much any forward position. So I think she'd be very versatile. That's why I would want to keep her. I think could play all 3 front court positions. And like I said, I think she can play the upbeat basketball they want to play. So I think
she's not a good shooter, so I don't know about that.
No, she didn't. She hurt her hand. She didn't play that great when she came back from the injuries, but I think she's capable of doing that because you could just tell how well she played earlier in the year. So she had too many injuries. We'll see what happens. I don't know what to say. Grace Berger, I just don't know how good she is. I don't know how good Victoria Saxon is. We had a coach that didn't want to play them and never gave them a chance to shine. So now they don't know how good they are. So I don't think they're going to protect Wallace or Katie Lou Samuelson or Erica Wheeler. I don't think they're going to save those veterans. And they also get paid a lot too. They're definitely going to save Caitlin Clark. And I think they make core, which is the same thing as franchise in the NFL, Kelsey, but she may just sign with them and they won't have to.
I think she would be. I mean, she's not committing, which is good for negotiations. But for me, and with a coach that knows what they're doing, and then you got Caitlin Clark, who helped your game, it'd be kind of silly for her to want to try to go to another team unless she just wants the attention or want to be the named person again.
Yeah, but then she won't make the playoffs, and I think she enjoyed the fact that she finally made the playoffs last year because she had never made the playoffs. I think it's almost a sure bet she's going to be with the Fever next year, Rob. I'd be shocked if she doesn't sign with the Fever.
I think so.
Whether they have to core her or not, I don't know.
So.
But I think she'll just sign. I think they're willing to give her the maximum, given that the year that she had and how she learned to play well with Clark. And if Stephanie White can improve the defense of Kelsey Mitchell, I think she'll be a top 10 player in the league next year, Rob. I really think.
They said she's passing while she's playing basketball in China, so that's a plus.
I obviously she has to improve her passing too, but I think she's easily capable of good defense because of her athletic ability, and she just doesn't do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think she has a lot of upside, and I think they are.
And how do you spell defense, Mark?
I forgot, Rob. Effort or something, or work. That's what it is.
That's work. Right. All right. Ooh, it was close.
Effort's the same thing, Rob. Effort's the same thing. I wouldn't have to do push-ups if I answered effort, would I?
Yes, you would.
Same thing. But no. I think they have to keep Lexi Hall too. I think she's too valuable defensively, and she got her 3-point shot down in the second half of the season, and she plays well with Clark, and she's good friends with Clark. So I think they're definitely keeping her. And so obviously they're going to keep Aaliyah Boston. That's a no-brainer, just like Clark is a no-brainer. So I think it comes down to whether or not they keep Temi or they're going to keep Grace Berger or Alyssa Smith. I think it comes down to one of those three.
Those three.
The other five are all sure bets, I think. So anyways, let us know what you think. I think you can make an argument for all three not to keep and all three to keep. And so I'm not sure what they're going to do, but I think this is a good organization now. They got rid of the riffraff. I think they got rid of the general manager and the coach that were not going to be capable of leading them to a championship. And I'm glad that they had changes.
I agree.
And I think Caitlin Clark with the new coach, Stephanie White, is going to play better. And her numbers are all going to go up.
Change was needed. A change was needed.
Looking forward to her being MVP this year because I think that's what's going to happen.
You already mean looking forward. You already got it predicted already.
I predicted it, and I already voted for her. They told me the rules. I can vote for it. I voted for Asia Wilson in game 2. I'm going to vote for her in the preseason, Rob.
Right.
They moved it up really, really far. I'm going to move it up even farther.
Yeah, that'll show them. That'll learn you.
I know some Caitlin Clark fans think she's the best player in the league already. I think she's not, but I think she will be the best player in the league sometime next year. That's my opinion. What do you think, Rob?
I agree. She's not the fourth best. You sure she's not the fourth best player, Mark?
I don't know. We got one listener who's obsessed with the fact that we both think she's the fourth best player right now, and not the best player. But non-Caitlin Clark haters think she's not as good as Juju Watkins or Paige Beckers or even Hannah Hidalgo. I saw that in some comments because she sucks at defense. That's what someone said.
Yeah, and those turnovers, Mark, the turnovers.
You can't forget about the turnovers with Caitlin Clark. Of course, they're not important when Juju Watkins gets turnovers, but it's the end of the world when Caitlin Clark has them. So let's just keep that in mind, Rob. You got to know the rules. Got to know the rules.
Oh my gosh, I was never good with that, Mark. Sorry.
Anyways, let us know what you think about. Do you think that was a mistake or that was on purpose? Because they took the tweet down. I don't know if it was a tweet. It was a post on the WNBA site. They took it down, deleted it very quickly, I understand. So does that mean they've already made a decision, or is that just something, whatever? They said, oh, we didn't make a decision, but it looks like we made a decision. I have no idea.
Right.
But it seems to be suggesting, yeah, that's a good.
Leaked out. It got leaked out. Oops.
We're not sure which one it was. Let us know what you think. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do, so you get notified of our next video. And if you want to join us for our live show, it's every Monday, 6 to 8 Eastern time, except for major holidays. And you can call in for that show, so it's pretty cool. And if you want to donate to the channel, you can with super chats and super thanks. And there's a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.